Tale Florence Foster Jenkins stars Meryl Streep as the American socialite and wannabe soprano who didn't let her lack of talent stand in her way.
She's remarkable, isn't she? She can't be a little flat.
Flat?
Just a tad.
If you can forgive Madame Florence her little eccentricities, you will find her to be a most generous person.
The lady is a lesson in courage, and that's why we love her.
People adored her. I can see it's very, very camp, but people just loved her because I think she knew they were laughing at her.
The passion and the dream is more important in many ways than the ability, and so people fall in love with her, in spite of her passionate failings.
Hugh Grant plays Jenkins' manager and common-law husband, Sinclair Bayfield, who spent years shielding the singer from public ridicule.
This is my favourite place in the whole world, and I'm going to sing here.
I think this might be too much for you.
If you truly love me, you'll let me sing.
I haven't done much acting for years and years, sort of drifted off into doing other things in life. So to come back and suddenly have to do quite a heavy number. I mean, it's a semi-comedic, but there's also quite demanding bits of acting required against the greatest actress in the world was intimidating.
Well, he's a wimp. No, she's a tough cookie. They're all tough cookies. And if you make a fool of yourself, they'll let you know.
Sitting there sometimes, with Meryl and Hugh and Stephen Frears and a real audience full of people and having to go out and play classical music, it lent itself really nicely to vomiting in my mouth and sweating. So there's flop sweat, and there's a lot of that happens in the movie that is not just good acting.
With glowing reviews across the board, the film hasn't been hitting any flat notes with critics.
It's going very, very, very well.
This is what we live for, isn't it? This moment.
Sometimes people don't always tell you the bad stuff, so I've heard good things, but and that makes me excited. And I see these posters, they have stars on them, and that means something. I've got stars when I was in kindergarten. They were gold, and I still cherish those, so I like stars.
Expand your diaphragm, Florence.
Do you want to try another take?
Well, I don't see why. That seemed perfect to me.